Okay, everyone, I gave myself the mulligan that I desperately needed. I went back and got Overlord's defeat you text, as you can see, saw it in there, and while I was at it, I corrected the error from the last stage and gave Blizzard a whole bunch of his power-ups. So I'm actually where I want to be. So let's hope I don't make that mistake again, and let's continue on with Mission 4. Well, man, you almost made that look too easy, except for the part where you screwed up and you forgot to record the I beat you text. Ha 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 ha. There'll be attack on the base in the Black Hills. Captain Gridiron, you will be the leader of this mission. Please select your team. Yo, Joe. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Yes, I made that joke already, but I still like it. So, just to show you, Blizzard is now maxed out, and I believe I got enough chevrons to bring his stamina all the way up to where it should be. Yeah, stamina doesn't change depending on that. So let's see. Blizzard is fine for right now. What I will need to do is bring along Rock and Roll, and Duke is maxed out too, so I'm going to bring along Snake Eyes because he is not quite maxed yet. And we'll see where we can get. No, don't do it. You have so much to live for. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. So, gonna use the foot bomb launcher all through this. And that one always gets me. No matter what I do, I always get clipped by that damn one. And this is an alley viper. As you can see, they are very heavily armored. They also have a grappling hook so they can drop down and then come back up at you. I thought those grenade throwers were alley vipers at first until I realized they're here with their own color scheme. And getting used to the firing on these guns that have the angular firing can be a little tricky. It's based on which direction you're facing. But, the captain is good enough to cover this stretch in 4-1 by himself, and three-way fire, as you can see, very helpful. And I miss every single fucking ration they drop. And Cobra La Royal Guard and Vipers up on this part. Nothing that way. There is, however, a hidden depot where you can pick up some stuff. Chevron for stamina. Always helpful. It's what a growing Joe needs. Now, the Cobra La Royal Guards can get rather tricky because not only do their scythes boomerang, but they will block your shots incredibly well, to where you need to hit them either on the lowest part of their body or just above in order to ensure a hit. They're pretty well armored on top of it, so they're not the easiest things to get rid of. And now we get up to the top. And we have the Cobra AGP, the anti-gravity pod, piloted by the Nullifier. Now, this will replicate itself, as you can see. The replicas are only there to get in your way. But you have to be very careful that they don't fill up the screen. And they will also distract you from the real AGP, which is, fortunately, down. This is kind of misplaced, by the way, because this was released as part of Destro's Iron Grenadiers line. And Destro's coming up later, so I kind of wonder why he's in this mission. That is Voltar. Before you take me on, you'll have to pass the Road Pig. Road Pig is somebody else. Okay, so we've got a very steep cliffside here to deal with. And fortunately, a lot of nooks and crannies with a lot of power-ups in them. So there's going to be a lot of places worth exploring, but we got to be very careful about it. And also a lot of fallaways. This area is kind of dickish about it. And that is the incinerator, Cobra flamethrower. Oh, in one of the later levels, they actually put a check mark right behind where one of those incinerators are. Again, we have the indestructible flamethrowers, so you just have to wait for them to stop spewing and then head down. Fortunately, most of the check marks are pretty easily visible, and as long as you can hold on to the buzzbore, you won't have too much of a hard time getting them. Now, this timing can be tricky here. For that one, you want to just get in and out. Don't try to get too greedy as far as progress. Just get what you can and then move. So now we got those two. We're going to head up this way. It is possible to head up the other way, but there are so many flamethrowers in the way, the buzzbore would take an absolute shellacking, and we need it for later. A little tricky maneuvering there. You do have to be careful of the incinerators because... I can't believe I did that. You do have to be careful of the incinerators because their flamethrowers do have a deceptively long reach, and they will do a lot of damage if they hit you. As you know, anything with flame would. I want to get everybody out of the way if I possibly can here. Okay, so this check mark looks kind of odd, but that's how we get in. Fortunately, most of the places we have to go with the buzzbore are places we don't have to destroy bricks to get in, because the buzzbore is, again, incapable of that. If for some reason you lose the buzzbore, you absolutely want to have snake eyes on your side, because otherwise you're going to be doing a lot of repeat jumping, as opposed to having snake eyes where we can make the jump in one shot. And this is it for the buzzbore, so press select and we bail out. And we want to have snake eyes here because we got to blast a lot of bricks out of the way, or rocks rather, and no sense wasting ammo to do it. You know, like I just did. Oh well. Okay, and that's 6 out of 6. And we still got a fair amount of looping back to do, so hopefully we can get some more power-ups on the way. You want to be careful of this Viper, let him turn around before you shoot him. And shoot through the rocks. A lot easier to get that Viper with rock and roll. And bulletproof vest helps a lot. I want to take snake eyes up through this area. We can kill these guys or not. Really doesn't matter much. They usually don't drop anything. And now we have a climb with conveyor belts. And up at the top is the Dreadnought Road Pig, who chucks boulders down at us. This guy is a pain in the ass. Kind of looks like Big Van Vader for the wrestling fans. Anyway, you want to use someone with a powerful gun here, and you want to face to the left because when the boulder comes at you. I have never had him die holding the boulder. Oh my god, did that just... I've never had that happen. Okay, let me just unbork Road Pig here. That was fucking amazing. Oh, shit. Oh, and they were just totally disappeared. God damn, what is going on here? That's what's supposed to happen. I don't know. That was amazing. I am so glad I caught that on film. Or whatever the fuck I'm using. Fail while fighting me and you'll be vulture meat. Yeah, pretty much. So this section sucks. Because basically whatever you had coming into this section is what you're going to get, because there's so much shit around here that it's impossible to actually manage to power up or get health back or anything. Don't bother fighting anything here, just fucking fly. And we have the Cobra Annihilator, that's the Cobra with the helicopter pack. You're going to get hit by some things here, it's just a matter of how many things. But there's no point stopping to fight. Anyway. Shit. I missed my notes somewhere. Oh, there we go. I'm just checking my very exquisite notes just to make sure I got everything, and I actually do. Okay. And my headphones keep falling off as usual. Okay, back in. Okay, now Voltar has your main concern with Voltar, rather, is not so much him or his gun. It's not even the eagle above, it's those lasers in the walls. Now with Rock and Roll, if you have him fully powered up, he can hit Voltar on any plane that you need him to. You just have to stay one level above or below him. And with this being the case, Voltar usually won't jump up to where you are. Oh, that was stupid. You just have to keep hammering on him. And there we go. And we have destroyed the entire Black Hills. Yeah, we're real Americans. So a little proof of concept here. I missed Voltar's expression, I won quote, and I just walked everybody off the cliff, even though I wasn't on Voltar himself. Still get it. It's just a general thing if you lose the level. Now I won't have to feed my pet today. Yep. Quite a guy. I can see why your toy sold so well. Uh-oh. Well, the bad news is General Hawk has been kidnapped. The good news is Cox Cable finally fixed our feed. General Hawk has been kidnapped. Rock and roll. Take your best men into the Sahara Desert where he is being held. I don't know places. The Sahara Desert, it's a very odd one. And rescue him. Cobra Commander thinks that he can hold us off by weak terrorist acts. Yep. He'll feel the power of our team. Yo, Joe! Yeah, back in the simpler 80s and early 90s when you could use a word like terrorist to describe a kid's toy line or video game. So anyway, Rock and Roll is leading the charge here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I showed Duke's shot off before, so we're good. Five-way ring laser, you can imagine it. We are going to take Snake Eyes, and so we can finish showing him off, we're going to take Captain Gridiron. And we are being dropped off by the Phantom X-19, piloted by Ghost Rider, into the desert. And our first new enemy, Laser Viper. These guys are obnoxious, because their lasers will penetrate solid objects. And near as I can tell, this guy is Big Boa. I thought at first he was a Desert Scorpion, but given the helmet and the way, the cross armor, it looks like Big Boa. I'll get back to him in a minute, because right now we have Destro's Dominator. Important to note, this is Destro's Dominator, not the Dominator Snow Tank from the G.I. Joe Battle Force 2000 line. Also, it bugs out, as you can see, when you destroy all the guns. But for some damn reason, it completely forgets that it can turn into a tank and just squish me. There we go. And it'll fire. The laser vipers will fire after they've made 3 hops. More Tele-Vipers coming at us. And there's something. Oh, I wanted to say about Big Boa. The story behind him. They were actually intending to have Rocky Balboa as a G.I. Joe figure to be the Joe's trainer. The deal fell through, though. And they used, they were going to use the sculpt to make a Cobra counterpart, a Cobra trainer, whose name was Big Boa, and he actually had a iron mask, and he had boxing gloves, and a stand-up target. So, there is a Rocky Balboa fan club, a file card. If you want to see it, you can actually look it up on yojo.com, which is where I got a lot of the information from here. And now we have the Cobra Bugg, piloted by Secto-Viper. And this is a 3-stage boss. First part was that back turret, that's gone. Now we have just regular Vipers, I believe, on rocket sleds, and they will drop power-ups. You can jump to get ahead or draw even with the Bugg, but there's really no point because you're just going to get hurt. And finally, up at the top here, we have this turret, which can be destroyed independently of the rest, like so. And Secto-Viper tossing landmines we have to get out. Hey, let me in, I want to ride. But we have to jump over the landmines, and that was it for the Bugg. Yeah, the Bugg was ridiculous. It was like 7,000 vehicles in one. Destro's forces will be your ultimate challenge. And this is Destro in the Iron Grenadiers era. And Destro's logo there for fans of 90s WWE, WWF rather, doesn't that kind of look like the Undertaker's symbol? Yeah. I wouldn't have thought the Undertaker would be helping Cobra, but, you know, nowadays. Big drop here. So we're going to take out a couple incinerators. And this will lead us to our first check mark. And we're going to get a battle interrogator, whatever the hell it's called. And we're going to want to hold on to this as long as we possibly can, so don't take stupid damage like that. Because there are a lot of explosives we have to plant. And it is a lot easier if we have the copter to maneuver around. And I want Rock and Roll to have that. And Captain Gridiron will have that, and he will be fully powered up. So now Snake Eyes will get the rest of the power-ups, and everything will be nice and awesome. Speaking of which, one in there. So I'm going to take this Nook, get a couple of incinerators out of the way. Good thing is there are a lot of power-ups around here to get. So start down here. And you can destroy the turrets and the missiles pretty easily. Now you have to get a particular angle on this incinerator in order to take it out without doing damage to the copter or yourself at least. And I was invincible during that whole time. I could have just gotten in his face and done it. Oh well. And another invincibility. And we're going to go ahead and get through the pile driver while we have it. And wall of turrets. Behind it is another bulletproof vest. And, okay, yeah, nothing up there I need. So I'll use this to cruise on through. And Snake Eyes is almost fully powered up. It can be a little difficult to skid to the right spot there. That was a good angle to get the two Vipers. And let's see. Gonna have a run through here. Oh, thank you for giving me a bulletproof vest. I think I got two, actually. Yeah, that is the great thing. In addition to the stuff you can find, some enemies will just drop stuff. Okay, so this is the Cobra machine gun nest, and to the best of my knowledge, that is Croc Master. But the thing is, Croc Master is not one of those characters that just has infinite versions, like the bog standard Vipers or anything like that. Croc Master was one guy, so I don't know if that's actually the case. Unlike the twin missile, what the hell is it called? The twin missile radar, the character that was with, and as you can see, the asshole can fire through walls. The character that was with the machine gun nest was a character called Astro Viper. It was a Cobra space trooper. But that is definitely not Astro Viper. And I'm trying to remember where the fuck to go here. Oh yeah, I think I need to hook around. See, I'm not saying my guidance is perfect. Anyone who's ever seen one of my playthroughs knows that. You think Cobra would be, decent enough, even if they're going to try to take over the world, to put a, "You are here" placard somewhere. Like just a big mall map. Okay, so we're going to have two around here. We're going to do the top first. You're not going to need that back later, are you? I hope not. Okay. I guess this is the very early version of keep talking and nobody explodes. Or keep shooting. And I think I missed something. Yeah, I missed something. But I got it. And I think there is some stuff around here. Does anybody need? No, it's nothing I need at all. No, it isn't. Okay, fuck it. If it was like an ammo refill or something, I would definitely get that, but it is not. And through here, as you can see, there's a buzzbore, but the battlecopter is infinitely more useful. You should only get the buzzbore here if for some reason you lose the battlecopter. And we have all 7 bombs planted. So we can get ready to literally blow this joint. So we're going to head back through here. And the Viper in this position can be kind of annoying. You know, for a, run-of-the-mill minor enemy, all things considered, that one is placed particularly badly. And now we head to the boss, and this thing sucks. I hate this guy. Fans of the movie will recognize him. So what I'm going to do is carve myself a safe path here. Because if I get, I believe, to here... Let me make sure that's right. Yeah. Okay, this is Globulus, the leader of Cobra Law. And if I'm right here, he can do nothing to me. Under normal circumstances, he tries to shoot you, and he also tries to whip his wormtail into you to knock you into the pit. Because naturally there's a pit because you had to carve your way up here. But by doing this, getting right here on this spot, he can't do a thing. I've tried this from the right spot, by the way. It does not work from that side. So you have to get to the left, but he's a cakewalk. And by the way, as far as bosses, I would have replaced... That is a perfect place for Baroness. I mean, Baroness and Destro were, like that. So, her exclusion... I know you want to push the characters out on the market. That's what the toy line's supposed to do, but for God's sakes. Okay, rant over. General Hawk, and he's being rescued by... I don't know who the hell that's supposed to be. It looks like a human-sized transformer. General Hawk! Thanks, men. I knew I could count on the Joe team for my rescue. I'll meet you back at headquarters. I have some very important information, so hurry up and defeat Destro. In 3 minutes. By the way, no matter how low your time is, it resets to a default time. I think the only time it gives you larger amounts of time is if you're above the default limit. You also will get a certain amount of ammo coming in to each part of the stage. So you have made it far. Now feel the might of Destro. And that thing that flew by us was called Targat. I don't remember what the hell it means. It's like transatlantic Urgat. But at any rate, so I made a critical mistake here. I should have brought Blizzard because, like I mentioned, you can shoot through walls and through objects. That would have been extremely helpful here. Because I could have taken out that machine gun nest a lot easier. So, job number 1 here is not falling into pits. Not the easiest thing to do with, or to avoid doing with all the machine gun fire around. You do have a lot of power-ups in this area, depending on whether or not you need them. Rock and roll comes in very handy because you can hit those low angles and take things out fast. Come to Papa. And you definitely want to detour up here for extra ammunition. Shit. Yeah, stupid things like that, don't do that. Or that. I hadn't done anything dumb in a while. Anytime you don't have to leap into something's path in this area is a good time. And Rock and Roll can also duck and get both of these turrets at once. Now, you do have to be careful how far you go, because you can accidentally trigger that second Royal Guard. There is a full K ration in there, in case you happen to need it. This section does go on a ways, so you have to be very careful about how you operate things. Not exactly the way I like to do that. What I normally like to do is get Blizzard up on that platform and destroy those. And there's Targat again. I have managed to kill Targat. And sometimes you just have to tank the hit and be done with it. But Targat is far better avoided. A little proof of concept here. This is how easier this section of Destro's lair gets if you have Blizzard. Still by no means a certainty or anything, just a lot easier to get some of those troublesome enemies. And it's also a lot easier to get multiple enemies at the same time. Of course, you just have to be sure not to take an accidental hit if you can avoid it. And when the time comes, switch to rock and roll because you'll be able to do a lot more damage to him a lot quicker. I wish that K-ration hadn't flown down off the screen. And there we go. It shows that's fairly easy to get. I thought that was where Targat was. It's the next part. Dickhead turrets. Oh, whatever. Okay. Save state here so I can show off Destro's bragging. A little proof of concept of what really matters with the despoiler is what side Destro's facing. Plummet. And you have to repeat the despoiler fight every time, so... Keep in mind you can also damage it by just setting the damn thing down on you, like so. There, I sorted him, swiped him once, now I can die. Okay, I stabbed him a couple of times, I'm happy. Kill me. Kill me so you can brag. You will never stop, Destro. Yep. And this is Destro. And he's the spoiler. Couldn't remember what the hell it was. Now, the only thing Destro actually does is that spray of shots. The despoiler never actually does anything. And now we have this auto-scroll area. And you have to dodge the blades from his sword. Easier said than done sometimes. It's insta-death if you fall in a pit, as you might imagine. So the key here is just keep firing, let your bullets do their work, and concentrate on dodging. And Destro's down. And the Phantom X-19 picks us up. Okay, and General Hulk owes us, and we're going to get a chance to repay him in the final episode of G.I. Joe for the NES. So, always remember, know your enemy, and know when to avoid him, even more importantly. Until we game again. This episode's Playing in the Sandbox was made possible by Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, D. Ioti, the post-production work of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all my That Just Figures Lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.